Welcome everybody, it's Telman. In this video, I'm going to be showing you guys a location of all 11 different Dossier recordings throughout the map of the final Reich. Now, before we can get into that, I have to point out a couple important things, and one of those has to do with how many times you can pick up the same Dossier recording, because assuming you're using the same account, you can never pick these up again. Once you pick them up the first time, you can never see them in the map again. At least through my experience, it just doesn't happen. And the reason I'm saying this is because if you're watching this tutorial and I'm pointing out one that's not actually there for you, is probably because you accidentally picked it up in your game before or something like that, or again you could just be looking in the wrong location. And this is something I have to point out also. These things are kind of similar, well maybe not that similar to the radios. They're more like the intel from Extinction, where you just pick them up in game and the only way to hear them is actually going to the Dossier tab inside the menu and of course playing them from there. And I actually made a video going and playing all of these, so if you guys are interested in that, it'll be a link on screen now. But with all that said, let's actually get into the video itself. For this first one we're going to be looking at is inside the village entrance or spawn, and you see it right next to a revive perk, and it's right next to this barrel right here. And you guys probably accidentally picked this up in the past already, so if it's not there for you, you probably accidentally picked it up. The next one we're going to be going to is the one in the village square. It's going to be on top of this box next to this truck right here, and go ahead and pick that up. The next one you're going to have is in the Riverside, and the Riverside is a really big area, but there's only one inside this Riverside area, but it's going to be on this bench next to the statue. The next area we're going to be heading to is the pub, because the pub is probably the easiest one to find. I'm sure you guys have seen this one before and even picked it up, but it's on this table right next to our double tap or whatever it's called in this game. And the next one we're going to be looking at, and this is by far the hardest one to spot. It actually took me an entire day to finally realize where this was until I got help from somebody on Reddit. That was really cool of them. But anyways, you can see it inside this window, but the bars are in front of it, so kind of obstructing it. But if you crouch, you get a really good sight of it. I guess the sight's not the right way to say it, but anyways, go ahead and pick that one up. That one's going to be the hardest one to see out of all of them, so the rest of them are going to be pretty easy. But the next one we're going to be looking at is the one in the courtyard area, and this one's just going to be on top of this barrel, so go ahead and pick that one up also. And the next one we're heading to is the one in the lavatory, and this one is going to be right before the courtyard area, and you guys can see it on top of this table next to our shield, so go ahead and also pick that one up. Next one we're going to be looking at is the one inside the Emperor's chamber, and it's going to be on the table all the way to the left. And for our third to last one, we have one inside the command room, and it's going to be on top of this brick thing next to our sewer area right there. You guys can go ahead and just look at it where I picked it up and pick that one up. Next one is the one a lot of people have also noticed, but it's inside the morgue. It's going to be past all the stuff you do with getting Tesla gun. It's going to be on this table in the corner right here. Now all we need is one more. It's going to be in the sewer area. You want to see it on top of this box over here on top of the barrel. What's a box on top of barrels? And go ahead and pick that up, and that'll be all of the 11 you need to pick up. But anyways, that's going to be all of them. Another thing you might want to keep in mind, you can pick these up in any order you want. You don't have to pick them up in the order I showed you, but that's kind of obvious and a given. But anyways, that's about it for this video. If you guys did enjoy the video and left a thumbs up, subscribe, bell, shared, and anything like that, I thank you guys so much for doing so. But I'm going to go, and then we'll catch you guys on my next video.